What's going on, everybody? This is Mark with What Matters Fitness, letting you guys know what matters today. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about intermittent fasting, my experience with it, and how I understand it. Because I like to think of things super simple, and I don't like to overthink. Because to me, that's silly. I don't want to hurt myself. Think too hard. So what I took from intermittent fasting is that it targets your insulin. Okay, and ideally in your fasting state, your insulin drops to baseline, as low as it could be. And what insulin does in your body is when you eat and your body releases insulin, the insulin tells your body, hey, it's time to store food. Insulin is a hormone, is a fat storing hormone. That's what I took from it. And the reason why keeping your insulin low is beneficial is because once your body's insulin is super low, your body starts to use its own fuel, stored fuel. And it takes the simple cells, which I gathered from watching the videos, which they explained it as the fat cells. So fat cells are the simple cell that your body will start to burn once your baseline of your insulin has reached. So once you burned off everything that you've already eaten in your stomach, your insulin level's low, your body says, oh man, all right, it's time to start burning something. Let's grab something from here. Let's grab this fat, because that is a simple cell. Now, reason I found this so beneficial for me is because it helped me get my body levels regulated by itself. So I no longer have to take my medications for hypertension or diabetes. My test work was all great, so I don't need that stuff. But my experience with intermittent fasting was very simple. During my fasting period, all I did was consume either black coffee, green tea, or water. And that's all you can consume, is things that do not cause a caloric response. So anything that your body uses that processes as a caloric response, meaning you start burning calories, you cannot have. So that's pretty much it. That's what I took from it. Now, my first 2 days, actually maybe even 3, I can't lie, it was kind of difficult to go 16 hours without eating anything. And after those first 2-3 days, it just became routine, second nature. And now a 16-hour fast is nothing for me. It's awesome. So my first month, maybe month and a half, I still had the 16 and 8, so a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour eating window. I had that for pretty much 5-6 days a week. And then I would take 1 day off of intermittent fasting. And then as things progressed, I got a little more involved with intermittent fasting into my lifestyle. So after my 16 and 8, I went to the 20 and 4. So I had a 20-hour fast and a 4-hour eating window. So for 20 hours, I would do the black coffee or the green tea and hydrate, water. And then for 4 hours, I would have my eating window. And the beautiful thing about this is you could plan it around your schedule. So mine was planned to where I'd eat kind of in the evenings when I'd come home from work. So if, family's eating, we can all eat the same thing at the same time. And then things got a little more extreme. I did a couple 24-hour fasts. So by the time I was done eating that one meal, I wouldn't eat again until that same time came around the next day. So if it's at 5 o'clock, I finish my meal, I wouldn't eat again until 5 o'clock the next day. And then that brought me to the OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. Honestly, this is currently what I'm doing, is the OMAD 5 to 4 days a week, depending on my work schedule. And then the 2 or 3 days I'm not doing OMAD, I still do a 16 and 8 or a 20 and 4. But most of the time it works out to be the 16 and 8. But OMAD is very simple. OMAD stands for 1 meal a day. So 1 meal is a big meal, but I get all of my 2,000 calories. So I only eat 4 to 5 days a week, 1 time a day. But during my fasting period, I no longer do black coffee and I no longer do green tea. All I consume is water. Even when I'm at home, I drink water. Maybe 1 day on a weekend, I may have a cup of coffee, but I haven't done that in a couple weeks. And I feel great, honestly. Just drinking water has been enough to keep me going. I used to love soda. I miss soda. But drinking water, I feel way better drinking water. Coffee is good every now and then, only because I love the taste of coffee. But drinking water has kept me going. Drinking water is where it's at. I drink over a gallon a day. Some people say that's too much. Some people say that's not enough. It just depends on your take on it. But I also sweat a lot at work and stuff like that. So I drink over a gallon of water a day, along with my intermittent fasting. And it works out great for me. So if you guys have any more questions, that was my take on intermittent fasting. Thank you guys. This is What Matters Fitness, reminding you guys to stay positive, stay focused, and thanks for tuning in.